back to the heat of COVID on this random webinar based in California. I input about dual language as we have Spanish immersion in our district in this little room with Jason, the owner, and we made connections as he is a Michigan guy too, back in the day. And his mentor was the old mayor of Ypsilanti. Like, doesn't get any better than that, right? And so we started chatting and we built this relationship, and I shared about his company with our district. It took a bit, to get things going because that was back in 2021, but eventually we got there because we need to get there. As Dr. Henry was saying, there's a critical shortage. And when you have, new exciting programs like Spanish dual immersion, you need teachers, and you need authentic teachers. I speak Spanish pretty doggone well, but not to the point where the people we found in Mexico, native Spanish speakers, it's the real deal. And so that is what we were able, to basically put into place here through his support. Now, I will admit, in the beginning, there were some little kinks in the process, right? Because there was some paperwork that our admin team, our HR team tussled with. But, the fact is the company jumped in right away with supports, held their hand, got them through the process. And as they grow, they are also employing more people, to hold everybody's hands and also to just streamline that process for the districts. And so there won't be any kind of little bumps along the way. But, anything new, taking a risk like that is worth a few bumps if you're going to solidify a staff for your building. Thank you.
In this era of nationwide teacher shortage, when school districts are fighting over the same College of Education candidates, coupled with the critical shortage areas of science, math, and special ed, all of these are all factors that led to the need to develop a relationship with IAG. One day I was watching the news. I was in my home state is Florida, and I was watching the news, and I saw this story about this IAG in Lee County, Florida, and they were recruiting international teachers. And I'm like, okay, I turned the TV up and I'm like, what's this IAG thing? And I after the news broadcast, I looked on the internet and I contacted them, and this is my third district that I have connected IAG with, Allentown, Pennsylvania, Little Rock, Arkansas, and now Battle Creek. And this has been a delight to help meet our staffing needs.
In our case, I had been looking into the possibility of international teachers for a few years. Every time I put up a posting, I get invariably resumes from Africa, from the Philippines, sometimes from South America, but I don't have the capacity to take care of all the visas and the visa sponsorship. I had talked to one or two other agencies, but they required a formal relationship with the university, which we did not have at the time. So I got an email last August from a gentleman named Abraham Jimenez, who some of you have heard from. And I said, well, I'm interested, but we don't meet the requirements. And he emailed right back and said, we can do a J1 cultural exchange visa, which does not require that university relationship. And I said, all right, let's talk. From that conversation until interviewing my first teachers, candidates took about 2 weeks. And that was last August. We now have 6 teachers that we've contracted with through IAG. So it started with their ability to do both with a J1 visa, but it's continued because so far it's been pretty successful.